Hey everybody, Joe here. Nice of you to join me tonight. Thanks for coming. Okay, um, I was originally supposed to be over at Tattooed Bert's channel tonight. We were going to be doing a live thing for New Year's, and unfortunately, he had a family emergency that popped up, and he had to call the ball tonight. So instead of everybody who decided that, well, right now there's nobody, but anybody who decided that they wanted to stop over, I figured I'd run it over here on my channel. What the heck? Yeah. Oh, hey Jim, how you doing? Yeah. So, just figured I'd do this little thing tonight. Now, up here, you will see a clock. That's Eastern Standard Time. And hopefully that will, and yes, that is exact. I just got through syncing my computer a few minutes ago with Columbia University's time server. So when that hits 2400 hours and clicks over to 00, it'll be New Year's. Hey Julie, how you doing? Happy New Year to you too. Yeah. So like I said, this was originally supposed to be on Bert's channel, but well, I figured I'd do it here tonight. Just spend a little time with some of my favorite people. You've been cooking. Okay. What you been cooking, Julie? It is bloody cold around here tonight. I got the heat cranking as much as I can. Let's see now. Smothered cabbage, black-eyed peas, rice dressing, cornbread, broccoli, rice casserole, baked ham. I'm on my way over. Oh, and peach cobbler. Ooh, definitely on my way over. You can always entice me with a good baked ham. It's got to be a good one though. Yeah, just saying. Yeah, it is outside my window right now. It is 7, count them, 7 degrees above zero. And in here, it's not much better. It's only in the 60s right now, and I got the heat cranked as going as best as I can. Oh, good. I'm glad yours is awesome, girlfriend. I'll turn around. I'll definitely be there. Save me a nice plate. Oh, Jim says set a plate for him, too. He'll be over. Looks like you got yourself some unexpected company tonight, huh? Yeah, so, I don't know if anybody noticed it, but I put a little cell phone cam thing up. Oh, cool, excellent. I put a little thing up on YouTube the other day. I was in here and I was going to do an upgrade to my Windows because it's been screaming at me for the last couple of days to do this upgrade. And I figured, well, I was going to bake some bread. So I had the bread and everything else in there. It was rising in the kitchen. And so I came in here, started the upgrade, and it's asked permission to, to reboot. So I told it yes, went into the kitchen, started working in there. Figured when I got ready, I'd come back in here and it'd be stopped at the BIOS password screen. So about 15, 20 minutes later, I walked in here and I'm looking at the screen. I'm going, huh? Say what? I said to the monitor, said, why are you all black? You're not supposed to be black. You're supposed to be, there's supposed to be a little login screen there. So I looked down at the computer box and it was off. I'm like, uh-oh, this ain't good. This ain't good. Sure enough, it wasn't good. It seems that my old power supply that I had in my computer decided to give up the ghost. Well, let me put it to you this way: it still had Comp USA on the side of the case. So it gives you some idea as to how old this damn thing was. So I had to, yeah, the power supply, yeah. So I had to go online. I used the wife's computer and go online and turn around and order a new power supply. $150 later. Luckily, they were able to get it out to me that day and get it to me the next morning, so I was able to get it in. And yeah, I was able to get it in and get it up and get everything up and running before I had to head into work. So I had worked the last couple of days, and with all this cold weather and everything else, I have come home and I have been dog beat tired. Basically just enough to go into the shower, turn on the water, get underneath and defrost myself, go out into the kitchen, shovel some food in my face, and then crawl into bed and go, yeah. So the review I was going to be doing, I've got half of it done for this thing. The Zenith tank is probably, and maybe a couple of days late. I was going to put it up to be live in about a little less than an hour, but unfortunately, excuse me, the computer gods had other plans for me. So yeah, that's the way things have been right now. So it's a little bit crazy. Bert gave me a call this what was it, this morning? No, he spoke to me yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And he said, what you doing Sunday night? And I'm like, just hanging out with the wife and, doing the New Year's thing. Excuse me. And, well, he said, well, why don't we do this thing? And I'm like, oh, well, let me check with Chrissy first. And so I checked with her, and she said it was cool. So I said, yeah. And I went out and I spammed it out today. And right about an hour ago, I got in touch with him so he could, do the pre-broadcast thing and get everything all set up and everything else. And he's like, no, I got a family emergency. So, yeah, instead of everybody and his brother going crazy and, thinking I'm some kind of scutch or something, I turned around, I figured I'd come over here and we'd do this thing over here and just hang out. So, yeah, that's what's been doing for me the last couple of days. Now, as to the obligatories, I've got the Aries minus the air restrictor cap sitting on a H Cigar VT75D here. I'm running it in temp control. 45 watts at 525 degrees. It's got a 0.39 ohm coil on there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. It's a little bit bright. Yeah, no, that's a little too bright. And I've got the Zenith tank sitting on my H Cigar VT75 over here, and it is at 0.77 ohms, 19 watts. And I've got the Council of Vape Wraith Squonk Box. Have a question for you. Yeah, sure, Jim. Go ahead. Go ahead, ask the question. What is the best tobacco flavored juice? I'm not really a tobacco flavor vapor. Um, I've heard a couple of people. Hmm, yeah, basically, Julie's right. The one that works for you, but I've heard a couple of people who swore by Black Note is good. Then there's also Yalix Turkish if you like Turkish tobacco. That one I've heard is good. I have never tried it. I can only go by what other people have told me. Then there's another one. I think it's Lancashire Steam Company over in UK that makes a pretty good one. I think that's the one. Um, that kind of information goes in one ear and out the other. It's very slow. It slows down a little bit, just enough to make a quick note, but sometimes it doesn't stick. Um, yeah, you could try looking for Black Note. Black Note's good. I've heard they're good. Uh, Yalick. Um, yeah, Jim, are you on Facebook? Julie wants to know. Cool. Okay. You'll have to excuse the noise in the background. That's the fan from the computer. I think that's the power. No, that might not be the power supply fan. I think that's the other ones, the extra ones. Okay, so where was I? Oh, completely lost it. Someone else doesn't know, right? Yeah. So, oh, VT75. Yeah, VT75. I got the Zenith on top of the VT75. I've got the zero point 0.8 ohm coil in here right now. Um, I had the 1.6 ohm coil in here, and I was not exactly, shall we say, enamored with it. Then I've got the Council of Vape Wraith Squonk box here. I've got a dead rabbit sitting on the top of it because I've been evaluating the mod itself right now. Oh, I'm interested. You can get 100 mil Yalick tobacco for free. Okay, I'm interested. And I've all three of them have got my raspberry. What is it again? Raspberry vanilla cheesecake in here, and this mod works real good. Yeah, like I said, this is the dead rabbit I've got on top right now. So yeah, I've got to play with their the COV Squonker RDA. I got to film. I'm going to film myself building it first before I do that. That's the next review that I'm going to be doing after the Zenith tank. So as of right now, I'm really liking this Wraith. So as a matter of fact, I'm really liking it enough that I went out and I got another one for my cousin for her birthday. No, excuse me, not birthday. For Christmas. I've just got to send it over to her. East Sig City, I picked it up for $29, $30 with 29 and change, $30. 36 bucks with shipping. So you might want to go over there and take a look at it and see for yourself if you're interested. It's a very nice little squonk mod. It's got a lot of nice little features that I really like on it. Like I said, I haven't tried the squonker, the squonk RDA with it yet. This must be condensation from the cold in here. Um, so I've got to play with that. Oh, excuse me. Cold weather's got my sinuses running, and the vapor isn't helping much either. So, yeah. Um, yeah, that's pretty much what I've got so far. This Dead Rabbit is really great. I love the juice well that it's got, the deep juice well it's got on it. Because I have, being that I'm usually a tank man, I kind of get over squonk a little bit, and right now I'm running this thing with a single coil in here. So, yeah, I'm glad for the deep juice well. I like that. Already had it, my Hadley replica on here, and oh my God, the flavor that was coming off that Hadley with this thing, and it was working so good. Yeah, I really want to see what that the Squonk RDA, how it works on here, if it works good. But that's for another day to try. So. All right, so we're coming up at 18 minutes past 11. Well, we're actually coming up to 19 minutes past 11. So, what's been happening with you folks out there? Julie's cooking her little fingers off right now, and is getting me really hungry. Jim, what's been happening by you? Flavor on this is good too. I love this rabbit. I want to try get my hand, see if I can get my paws on the Rabbit SQ. See how that works. See if that works any better. Or did some rejigging on the deck from what I saw. So yeah, I'm interested in taking a look at that too. But I gotta see if I can get it on sale. Unless, of course, the heathen ever happens to see this and wants to be nice enough to send me a copy. Hint, hint. So, next thing I do is I got to upgrade this CPU. I keep getting this high CPU usage warning on here. I've got an old 3-core CPU in here. It's 3 gigs. It works great. Works great when I'm doing compiling and stuff like that of the rendering of the my videos and stuff like that. But when I try to go on, just hanging out, huh? Okay. Yeah. So when I try to do one of these live things, I get so much lag on here. I'm looking at the screen and it looks like Max Headroom on steroids right now. I hope you guys are getting a better view of it than I am over here on my side. Yeah, definitely. Next thing that I got to upgrade is the CPU. I got a couple that I've been looking at a while back, and I don't even remember what they are right now. But I think one of them was like a 5 gig Black Label AMD. Like 6 cores, I think it was. So yeah, I think that should turn around and that should give me more than enough overhead to do what I need, and without breaking the bank and going into hock for it, because I'm already in enough hock as it is. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna throw it out there to the floor and see if anybody out there's got anything to say. I've been jabbering my jowls here now for 21 minutes. um, Cobbler out of the oven, cabbage and rice dressing done, and the rest I'll do in the morning. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, the cobbler sounds good. I always like the peach cobbler. Those things are nice. Cabbage and rice dressing. I've never tried that before. That's interesting. Oh, so you're learning to walk again, huh? Okay. Um, mm, that's a big one. Tradition is nothing to be sneezed at. I've got my family on Thanksgiving. Um, our traditional stuffing that we serve with the bird, which was usually a chicken, by the way, not a turkey, because there was just me, mom, and dad, and turkey was a little bit much. Um, Used to do a traditional white bread stuffing. Um, with ground up chestnuts and sausage in it. Um, and well, I've kind of embellished it over the years. Um, I made it this Thanksgiving for Chrissy and me, and well, my little Hoover decided to turn around and really went to it, and it was a fight between her and me as to who got the last of it. So we'll eat anything that don't eat us first. Ah, yes. Also, if it doesn't run fast enough. Ground meat, liver, oyster rice. Okay. Liver. Uh, hey, B-man. What's up, man? Yeah, I'm not big on liver. Never was big on liver. My mom always had to turn around and had to go crazy trying to get me to eat my liver. um, Basically, when I was a kid, if it wasn't doing a backstroke and fry in sautéed onions, it didn't stand too much of a chance. Uh, Chicken livers. You like them? That's good. Yeah, B-man. Okay, I caught your response about the potato candy. That really interested me. Um, Never heard of potato candy before. What I was hoping you would do is explain a little bit about it. Okay. Um, because, like I said, I never heard of it before. And, shh, quiet down there. You're not supposed to talk. Tummy. I think it's saying, feed me. That's your fault, Julie. That's your fault. All your fault. Talking about ham. Um, yeah, so, yeah, what are you doing with, how do you do this thing? Mm, Small russet potato, peeled and chopped, 6 to 7 cups powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 2/3 of a cup of nut butter, cookie butter, or Nutella. That sounds interesting. Peel a potato, boil it. Okay. I gather you mash it up and then add all the rest of that stuff to it. What do? Pop it into the oven and let it harden down, or just put it into a pan? No. Yeah. Okay. I'm all ears. See? All ears. I roll mine out and cut them. Okay. Mm, okay. Boy, this internet's slower than molasses tonight. Boiled potato to ready to mash. Add on vanilla. mm. Mm. Okay, a lot of dead air space here, so I guess I better do some talking. Okay, so boiled potato, add vanilla, and buy 2 bags of powdered sugar. Make sure you have enough. Start 4 cups. Uh, you won't have enough room for dinner tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon. Okay. You're really killing me, Julie. You're killing me here. It'll turn liquid, and okay. Yeah. By the way, for everybody out there who we're holding a midnight cooking class here. So, yeah. Vape show cooking class. Hmm. Hey, spread it out, and after it turned dough-like, okay. CPU warning again. Hmm. Sounds interesting. I gotta try it. So, what are you doing with the Nutella? You putting it on the top of the, or are you mixing it in? Peanut butter. I use Jif. You can use any you like. Fold over, put in fridge to harden, then enjoy. Cool. You know what? I think I'll try it. I got plenty of potatoes around the house here. Oh, my wife, when she made the tea for me, she turned around and she put in some blackstrap molasses in there. Changed the whole flavor of it. Oh, I like the Demerara sugar. You know, like the sugar in the raw type. Sugar in there, and when she put the blackstrap molasses in, it just changed the whole flavor and everything else. It's like I gotta have some words with that lady when she wakes up. She's hasn't been feeling good the last couple of days, so she's laying down right now. Uh, so I've got I've got a raspberry sparkling mead sitting in the fridge right now. Um, Cool. Yeah, I'll get in touch with you, B-man. Um, it's probably won't be tomorrow. I got things I got to do on with this review tomorrow. But when I do, I'll turn around and get in touch with you, and we'll set up a time. Oh, excuse me. So we'll play with this because that really sounds interesting. Got a quick question for you. Do you have to use a regular potato, or can you use like instant mashed potatoes as well? Instead, just mix them up instead. Leave out the milk, the butter, and all that stuff. Just like water and the potato flakes, just to get the raw potato type of thing. Do you think that might work? Because I'm just curious. Because I got lots of them. I've got a few potatoes, but regular potatoes, but I got lots of the dry stuff around the house. I like to keep, especially with the wintertime, I like to keep the dry stuff in because it just this way it takes up less room, and I can keep it as long as I need it until such time as just in case we get a real heavy snowfall or something like that, and I can't get out to the store or anything. Okay, Jim. Yeah, no problem. I'll turn around and I'll as soon as I get off here, I'll turn around. I'll take care of that. No problems. Uh, so, yeah. 11:34. The old year is quickly passing. I don't know. I'm curious as to what this year is going to come up with. With all the crazy stuff and everything else that's been going on this past year. I just don't know. I'm seriously hoping that 2018 turns out better for everybody. Yeah, I know. High CPU. Thank you. Yeah, I'm maxing out this poor old CPU right now. All 3 cores are 100%. So I'm just hoping that. Well, I know this is going to sound like pie in the sky dreaming, but I just wish this poor old world of ours would turn around and would just settle down a little bit and chill out. It's just absolutely crazy, all the stuff in the news and everything else. It's almost like when I get home, I don't even want to turn on the news anymore. Though it's like, all right, let's find out what's going on now so we don't wind up getting caught off guard. Yeah, I just don't know anymore. I'll tell you something. That little cabin out in the woods on top of the hill is starting to look starting to look better and better every day. So, yeah, it is what it is. The only problem is unless I'm close to a road or something like that, it's going to be a bear getting an internet cable and and power excuse me, and power lines to make sure I can get online. Yeah. Strange, isn't it, how fast technology changes? I remember when I was a kid growing up, if you needed some information, you had to head down to the library. And that always required taking a walk or grabbing your bike and heading down there and sitting down and trying to find the information and hoping that they had the information in the stacks. If they didn't, they had to order it in from one of the other libraries that was in the system and stuff like that. Nowadays, You just go online and the information is there. Sometimes it's good information. Most of the times it's good information. Sometimes it's well, I'm not going to turn around. I'm not going to use the overly used taglines of the day of being bad information or phony information or anything like that. But it's just it's ever since. Yep, 11:37 here too. Um, Ever since the advent of the internet and the once the internet really took off, the information overload. I don't know if excuse me. I don't know if you guys ever get a feel it too, but um, sometimes I just get it's like too much information, if you know what I mean. It's just like there's so much information out there. It's like you just can't. Well, especially for an old bookworm like myself, it's like sometimes it's like you can't get enough of it, and you can't turn around, and it's hard to get away from it. Hey, Crazy Chuck, how you doing? Happy New Year to you, mate. Yeah, it's 21 minutes to, well, here on the East Coast, 21 minutes to midnight. So, yeah, we've just been discussing the some having a minor internet cooking class here. That you missed. B-Man was telling us how he makes his potato candy. And Julie was telling us all about the cabbage and rice stuffing that she's going to have with her ham tomorrow. And I was waxing kind of poetic about the craziness of the information age. So yeah, just trying to, you know. Oh, you got a new setup today. What'd you get? Sorry about all the sniffling, but this crazy cold weather has turned around and has got my sinuses running like a nag at Pimlico. And I'm just trying to keep things going. Chaos Rainbow with the APOC multi-spatter? APOC? Huh? Okay, you got me on that one. Oh, and by the way, Canuck, Wraith Squonker. I'll be doing a review for this thing probably in another week or two. Oh yeah, squonk, squonk. Love this dead rabbit. This dead rabbit and the Hadley replica that I've got, the two best, well, as of right now, the two best squonking addies I've got in around here. So, well, 19 minutes and counting. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not big on rainbow myself, but I guess a lot of people like it. Some of them can be pretty. Some of them definitely can be pretty, but there's also a couple of them that I've seen out there. Oh, was the one. Oh, I can't even remember it now. It was just like too much rainbow, just like way too much rainbow. Damn. Mm. Sorry about that, folks. Uh, let's change the glasses for a second. Ah, gee, we're down to 6 degrees outside. Yeah, the thermometer I've got on the wall, digital thermometer, is just a little far outside of the range for these things. So I had to change the cheaters for a minute. So yeah, nice. I think this is probably the coldest New Year's that I can remember in a long, long time. What's the weather down by you, Julie? I know you, B man. You're probably in deep freeze where you are. Probably a lot colder than what I am over here. So where are you from, Canuck? And what's your weather like? This is almost as good as watching paint dry on the wall around here tonight. I'm telling you. Wow. Oh well. I gotta get a new chair too. This thing's driving me nuts. I'm sure it's driving the guy downstairs underneath in the apartment down below us nuts too every time I move this thing. I think one of the things I'm going to do, one of my quote New Year's resolutions close quote, is to get this place straightened up. I mean, this place was a slight disaster area before I had a. Cool. I'm glad it's going strong. Ah, there you are. I was wondering, B man, what the heck happened to you? I was sitting here like, did everybody drop off on me? Uh, yeah. This place was a slight disaster area before the computer thing, the issues that I had, and since I had to practically disassemble everything. Um, I'm glad you're enjoying that RDTA box. I'm glad you won it. Yeah, it was sitting here, and I was going to do a review on it and everything else, but by the time I finally got it, um, it was just so they had already come out with the mini and everything else, so it was like I'm glad you're really enjoying it, mate. I really am. I'm glad that you're able to make use of it and have fun with it. Um, I tried the one that I had here that I sent to my cousin over in England, and wasn't exactly enamored with it. It was a good box. It worked fine. I still have the combo RDA here and some of the decks for it. That was interchangeable with it. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to get that box, because I could turn around, I could change the decks out and use the decks and everything else with it. to turn around and be able to interchange things, and it just didn't work out right. The combo RDTA worked flawlessly. It's a really good little RDTA, and the RDTA box was a nice box and everything else. It worked very well. Um, Even worked better after I did the upgrade to the uh, to the firmware and everything else with it. Um, 64. Oh, I hate you. I hate you, Jim. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're a few degrees colder. Um, but it just never turned around and had the appeal for me that I thought it was going to have. So I'm really glad that you could really enjoy the darn thing. The way it just didn't turn out right. You know, you ever watch a review on something and you think yourself, "Oh, this is going to be great," and everything else, and this has got potential. This looks like it might actually turn around and be something great. And then when you get it in, and it's like, maybe not, and then you start playing with it, and it just doesn't have that sparkle when you finally get it in that you thought it was going to have. So that was the case with the RDTA box. Not saying that it wasn't a good mod or anything like that. It's just that it just didn't. I don't know. Hey, Michaela, how you doing? Yes, my computer is up and running again. After $150 power supply, at least the power supplies. I got 100 more watts on than what I did on the old power supply. And besides, like I said, the old power supply still had CompUSA on the side of it. So, yeah, it was about time. I'm not going to say it was about time that it went, but it was old enough. Yeah, it was definitely getting toward, as it turned out, its EOL. So, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you one thing that I like, that I'm really disappointed in the company when they did when they put out the firmware updates for it. The Aegis. This Aegis has got so much potential. I really like this Aegis. I like the chipset that's in here. I like the form factor. I like the fact that this thing is pretty damn much indestructible. Minus 17. Geez, where are you? Down at the North Pole? Yeah, Burr's right. Wow. I just wish they would have gotten the firmware right. Not only did they take out the ability to dynamically update the coil resistance on here, but it's like minus 20. Oh shoot, that's just a little bit too cold for this child. Yeah, that's definitely a little too cold. But it's just that I feel let down by the firmware. I feel let down by the firmware on this thing. I love this mod. I really like it. Matter of fact, when we had like 6 inches of snow out here recently, and and I set this thing up with with an Addy. Yeah, here, my little my little Arami ghillie tank. I set this up on it, and I took this outside, and I had this with me when I was shoveling snow. And I actually dropped this into the snow, picked it up, didn't even have to worry about it because it's all waterproofed and everything else. And just blew off the snow, and I was up and running and doing what I needed to do again. You know how when you got thick gloves on and you go shoving something in your pocket, sometimes you wind up missing. Well, that's what happened with this. And I really, really like this mod. I like the concept of it being weatherproof and being practically indestructible. It's just that the firmware is just like, nah. You know what I mean? I wish they would just turn around. I wish these companies would just get their act together with the firmware. What's this? We have all weather, snow one day, hot the next, hail after. Yeah. Lordy. Okay, Jim, you don't have to rub it in. We're all in the deep freeze up here, and you got the 70s and 80s down there. Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah, I know. The autocorrect on it. Well, hey, you didn't even have to say about the drinking, mate. Yeah, we've all gotten hit with the autocorrect bug. So yeah, we know. But I'll tell you something. The one mod that I've gotten this year that I've really super impressed with is this H Cigar VT75D with the DNA 75C chip in it. This thing is this chipset in here is absolutely fantastic. This is probably the best temperature control vape that I have ever had off of any of the box mods that or any mods period that I've had. The 75 was it was okay. It was accurate with its resistance readings, but the temperature control just didn't seem to be exactly right. But the 75C chip with its customizable screen and everything else, I mean, this thing's fantastic. I really love doing temperature control on this in a way that I have never with all the rest of the mods that I've had that's got temperature control. Just cut it. Okay, here, let me show you. Oh, hold on. Gotta unlock the screen. Nice clouds. Yeah. Oops, sorry about that. Nice clouds. Temperature's just right. Flavor is there. I mean, it's really great. And with the customizable screen, you can put the information on here that's meaningful to you in a way that's meaningful to you. Okay? I'm really enjoying this 75C chip. It really, I just don't know what to say about it. It's just, I really love it. I just wish it wasn't quite so expensive. I just wish the chipset wasn't quite so expensive, which of course makes the whole mod expensive. I was lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time when this thing came on sale, and I got the mod for, you're not going to believe this, $59. Yeah, $59, the mod. So, yeah, I was literally lucky to be in the right place. Have you had an APOC yet? I don't recognize APOC at all. Um, I don't recognize that at all, mate. I'm sorry. It's just not ringing any bells over here. So yeah. Um, I love these squonkers though. There's something about these squonkers that is like, I don't know. Oh, 3 minutes. Actually counting down to 2 minutes. I really like these squonkers because there's something about them that's so basic. Um, and yet sophisticated in itself. Especially the regulated ones. Um, the unregulated box mods, squonkers, I can play with them. I know how to use them. It's just that it's well, I'm a lazy sob. Okay, so let's just I'll say it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm lazy. When I turn around and when I want to vape, I just want to vape. I don't want to have to sit there unless I'm in the mood for it, to have to sit there and do all sorts of calculations and everything else to get it right. I got to be in my tech mood. 1 minute. Up, here we go. 1 minute to go. So, yeah. Um, the regulated mods are great because you just put your coil in there and do it. You know, you just put your coil in and do it, and it gets done, which for me is a great thing. It to me, it's really a great thing. So, okay, here we go. We're coming up on 30 seconds now. So 30 seconds left in the year. Okay. All right, folks. This is what we've been waiting for a whole year. Um, and we're coming up to 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Happy New Year, folks. Happy New Year. Let's just hope that this year is better than the last one. So, yeah. For those of you guys out in the Midwest, you still got an hour to go. So, what can I say? At least it's here. At least it's here. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't hear any fireworks or anything like that going off outside. Wow. I guess it's too damn cold for everybody to be out there. So, well, and I'm sure they're going crazy over in New York. I wonder how many cases of frostbite they're going to have out there. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just hope that this year coming up is going to be better than the last year. Because I don't know how this poor old world of ours is going to make it. But it made it before and it'll make it again. So, we'll see. All right, guys. I'm going to chop off of here now. I just wanted to hang with you guys at least until the midnight hour turned. So I want to go inside and see what Chrissy's up to, and see if she's sitting there watching whatever video she's watching, or if she's still asleep. If she's still asleep, I'll let her sit and sleep, or lay and sleep, I should say. Guys, you take it easy. Have a great one. Happy New Year. Um, may the Lord bless and keep you. May you be in heaven a half an hour before the devil knows you're dead. You guys take care. Have a great one. Ciao, bro. Ciao. Michaela, you take it easy. Julie, you take it easy. All right. Let me just find out what I got here and bring that up. Okay, well, there we go. And bye, guys.